of the wasteland, infused with dramatic poetry, we turn now to No Exit, directed by Elizabeth Rosen, infused with poetic drama. Here. And we'll start momentarily. You're fine. That's okay.
So, here we are?
Yes, Mr. Garcin.
This is what it looks like?
Yes, and you'll find that living in the Second Empire drawing room has its points.
Really? Well, I still didn't expect this. And outside?
Outside,
Damn it, you know what I mean. Beyond that wall.
there's a passage.
And at the end of the passage?
There's more rooms, more passages, and stairs.
And what lies beyond them?
That's all.
You know what they tell us up there about here?
What about it?
About this residence?
Really, sir? How could you believe such cock and bull stories told by people who have never set foot here?
Quite
For of course, if they had.
Quite so, but where are the instruments of torture?
For what?
The racks, the red-hot pincers, and the other paraphernalia.
Ah, you must have your little joke, sir.
My little joke, huh? No, I wasn't joking. And no mirrors. No windows. Only to be expected. Nothing breakable. But damn it, they could have left me with my toothbrush.
Good heavens, Mr. Garcin. Can't you use your brains? What, I ask you, would be the point of brushing your teeth?
Well, I suppose you're right. And why should one want to look at himself in a looking glass? And no bed either. I suppose one never sleeps?
That's so.
Just as I expected. Why should one want to sleep?
What are you talking about?
Your eyelids. We move ours up and down. Blinking, we call it. You know, blinking, it gives everything a break. It moistens our eyes, and you can't imagine how restful it is. 40,000 little rests per hour. Just think. I'm to live without eyelids. No eyelids, no sleep. It follows, doesn't it? I shall never sleep again. So then, one has to live with his eyes open all the time?
To live, did you say?
Don't let's quibble over words.
Very well, sir. If you don't need me anymore, I'll be off.
Wait, hold it. What's that? That's the bell, isn't it? You mean if I ring it, you're bound to come?
Well, yes, that's so in a way. But you can never be sure about that, Bill. There's something wrong with the wiring, and it doesn't always work. But I shouldn't count on it very much if I were you.
Wait, what's this?
Can't you see? An ordinary paper knife.
Oh, you mean there are books here?
No.
Well, just as it is. Very well, you can go. Anybody there? Hello?
Did you call, sir?
No.
This is your room, madam. If there is any information you require, most of our guests ask quite a lot for me, but I won't insist. Anyhow, as regards the toothbrush, the electric bell, and that piece on a mantel shelf, this gentleman can tell you anything you want to know just as well as I could. We've had a little chat, him and me.
Where's Florence? I mean, where is Florence? Did you hear me?
I haven't any idea.
Oh, that's it. Torture by separation. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you won't get anywhere. Florence was a tiresome little fool, and I shan't miss her in the least.
I beg your pardon, but who do you suppose I am?
You? The torturer, of course.
Oh, that's a good one. Too comic for words. I'm the torturer, so you came in here, had a look at me, and thought that I was one of the staff. Of course, it's that silly fool's fault. He should have introduced us. My name is Joseph Garcin, journalist and man of letters. And as we're both in the same boat, so to speak, may I ask you, Mrs.
Not Mrs. I'm unmarried.
Right. Well, that's a start anyway. Well, now that we've broken the ice, do you think that I look like a torturer? By the way, how does one recognize torturers anyway? Evidently, you've got ideas on the topic.
They look frightened.
Frightened? How ridiculous. Of whom should I be frightened? Of the victims?
Laugh away, but I know what I'm talking about. I've often watched my face in the glass.
In the glass? Oh, how beastly. They removed the last evidence of any glass. Anyway, I'm going to show you that I'm not frightened. Not that I take my position too lightly. I only know how serious it is, but I'm not afraid. Are you afraid?
What would be the use? There was some point in being afraid before while one still had hope.
No, there's no more hope. But there is still before. We haven't yet begun to suffer.
And so, what's going to happen?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
Is anyone else coming?
No, madam. No one else is coming.
Oh, then we're to stay by ourselves, the three of us, this gentleman, this lady, and myself?
There's nothing to laugh about.
Oh, it's those sofas. They're so hideous. And just look how they are arranged. Oh, it makes me think of New Year's Day when I used to visit that boring old aunt of mine, Mary. Her house was full of horrors like these. I suppose each of us has a sofa of her own. Is this one mine? Well, as long as we're supposed to be together, I guess we'd better introduce myself. Or ourselves. My name is Regal, Estelle Regal.
Inez Serrano.
Pleased
Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Joseph Garcin.
Oh.
Do you require me any longer?
Oh, no, you can go. I'll ring you when I want you. Of course. You, too, are...
Yes, last week.
Oh,
What about you?
Oh, I'm quite recent. Yesterday, as a matter of fact. The ceremony's not quite over.
Did you suffer much?
Oh, no, I was only half conscious, really.
What was it?
Pneumonia. It's over now. They're leaving the cemetery. Goodbye. Goodbye! Oh, quite a crowd they are. My husband stayed at home, prostrated with grief, the poor man. And how about you?
A gas stove.
And you, Mr. Garcin?
12 bullets through the chest. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not used to talk about the dead in company.
Please don't use that word. It's so crude. If we have to mention this state of being, I suggest we call ourselves, well, wait, absentees. Have you been absent for long?
About a month.
Where do you come from?
From Rio.
Oh, I'm from Paris. Have you anyone left up there?
Yes, my wife. Oh, she's waiting at the entrance of the barracks, trying to peep through the bars. She doesn't yet know that I'm absent, but she suspects it. Now she's wearing a black dress. So much the better, she won't need to change. Well, she isn't crying. It's a bright, sunny day, and she's like a little black figure on an empty street. Oh, those big, tragic eyes of hers, with that martyred look. Ah, how she gets on my nerves. Whew, it's hot here. Do you mind if I,
How dare you? Oh, please don't. I loathe men in their shirt sleeves.
Well, yes, of course. I used to spend my nights with the fellows in the office, and they never kept their coats on. Stiflingly hot it could be. It's night now.
Oh, that's so. How quickly time passes on Earth.
Yes, it's after midnight. My room is pitch dark and empty.
They strung their coats in the back of the chairs, and they're pushing their sleeves up above their elbows. I used to like living among men in their shirt sleeves.
Well, in that case, our tastes differ. What about you, dear? Do you like men in their shirt sleeves?
I don't care much for men in any way.
Oh, really? I can't imagine why they put the three of us together. It doesn't make sense.
A pure fluke, I would say. They just lodge folks as they come in any order. Why are you laughing?
Because you amuse me with your flukes as if they left anything to chance. But I suppose you've got to reassure yourselves somehow.
Oh, I wonder now. Don't you think we may have met each other at some other times in our lives?
Oh, never. I shouldn't have forgotten you.
Or perhaps we have friends in common. The Seymour Dubois, they always gave parties.
Not likely.
Oh, but everyone went to those parties.
I didn't. I was a postal
Oh,
clerk.
yes, of course. In that case. And Mr. Garcin?
Oh, we never met. I always lived in Rio.
Oh, then you must be right. It's mere chance that has brought us together.
Mere chance. Then it's by chance that this room is fixed up as we see it. It's an accident that the sofa over there is a blood red, and this one is a horrid yellow. Well, just try to shift the sofas and you'll see the difference quick enough. And that vase on the mantelpiece, do you think that's there by accident? What about the heat in here? How about that? I tell you, they've thought it all out. Down to the last detail, nothing was left to chance. This room was all set up for us.
So it was all fixed up beforehand?
Yes, and they put us all here deliberately.
What can be the idea behind it?
Ask me another. I only know they're waiting.
Well, it's outrageous. So some things coming to me from the two of you? Something nasty, I suppose.
Look here, why are we together? You know, you've given us enough hints. You might as well come out with it.
I know, nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm in as much in the dark as you and you.
We've got to know.
Only each of us have the guts to tell.
Tell what?
Estelle?
Yes?
Well, why are you here?
Oh, that's the... haven't a notion. I mean, I haven't the foggiest. In fact, I'm wondering if there hasn't been some ghastly mistake. Do stop smiling. Why don't you speak? If they made a mistake in my case, they may have made a mistake in yours as well. And anyhow, isn't it better to think that we're here by mistake?
Is that all you have to tell me?
Well, what else should I tell? I've nothing to hide. I lost my parents when I was just a kid, and I had my young brother to bring up. We were terribly poor, and when an old friend asked me to marry him, I said yes. He was very well off and quite nice. My brother was a delicate child and needed all sorts of attention. So really, that was the right thing for me to do. Don't you agree? My husband was old enough to be my father. But for 6 years, we had a happy married life. Then 2 years ago, I met the man I was fated to love. We knew at the moment we set eyes on each other. He asked me to run away with him, but I refused. Then I got pneumonia, and it finished me. That's the whole story. No doubt, by certain standards, I did wrong to sacrifice my youth to a man 3 times my age. But do you think that could be called a sin?
Of course not. And do you think it's a crime for a man to stand by his own principles?
Oh, of course not. Surely no one could blame a man for that.
Wait a minute. I ran a pacifist newspaper. Then war broke out. What was I to do? Everyone was wondering, will he dare? Well, I dared. I folded my arms and they shot me. Have I done anything wrong?
Wrong? On the contrary, you were a
hero. Look here, Mr. Garcin. What's the point of play acting, trying to throw dust in each other's eyes? We're all tarred with the same brush.
How dare you?
Yes, we are. We're all criminals, murderers, all 3 of us. We're in hell, my pets. They never make mistakes, and people aren't damned for nothing.
Stop, for heaven's sake.
In hell, damned souls. That's us all 3.
Keep quiet. I forbid you to use such disgusting words.
A damned soul, that's you, my little plaster saint, and ditto our friend there, the noble pacifist. We've had our hour of pleasure, haven't we? There have been people who burned their lives out on our account, and we chuckled, so now we pay the reckoning.
Will you keep your mouth shut?
Yes.
Well, well, I understand now. I know why they put us 3 together.
I advise you to think twice before you say any more.
You'll see how simple it is, childishly simple. Obviously, there aren't any physical torments, you agree? And yet we're in hell, and no one else will come here. We'll stay in this room together, the 3 of us, forever and ever. In short, there's someone absent here. The official torturer.
I'd noticed that.
It's obvious what they're after, an economy of manpower, or devil power if you prefer. The same idea as in the cafeteria, where the customers serve themselves.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean that each of us will act as torturer for the other 2.
No, I shall never do that. I wish neither of you any harm, and I have nothing against you. So the solution's easy enough. Each of us stays in his or her own place. You there, and I there. And we'll take no notice of the other person. We'll just be like soldiers at their posts. And also, we will not speak. Not one word. That won't be difficult. You could just sort of commingle among yourselves. Well, I can be here 10,000 years and I won't say a single word.
Have I got to keep silent too?
Yes. And that way we can work out our salvation. Looking into ourselves. Never raising our heads. Agreed?
Agreed.
I agree.
Then, goodbye.
Well,
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh. Da 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 da.
excuse me. Have you a glass? Oh, any sort of glass would do. A pocket mirror, perhaps. Oh, even if you won't speak to me, you might lend me a glass.
Oh, don't worry. I have a glass in my bag, in my pocket. It's gone.
Oh, how
They
tiresome.
must have taken it from me at the entrance. What's the matter?
I feel so queer. Don't you ever get taken that way? When I can't see myself, I begin to wonder if I really and truly exist. I pat myself just to make sure, but it doesn't help that much. Oh,
I wish that would happen to me. I'm always painfully conscious. Painfully conscious.
ah, yes, in your mind. But everything that goes on in one's head is so vague, isn't it? It makes one want to sleep. I have 6 big mirrors in my bedroom. There they are. I can see them, but they don't see me. They're reflecting the carpet, the settee, the window. Oh, but how empty it is. A glass in which I'm absent. When I talked to people, I always made sure there was one nearby in which I could see myself. I watched myself talking, and somehow it kept me alert. Oh dear, oh, my lipstick. I'm sure I've put it on all wrong. Could you help me? What do you think?
I'll try to be your glass.
Oh, I simply cannot do without a looking glass forever and ever. I simply can't.
I'll be your glass. Come pay me a visit on my sofa, my dear.
Oh, but what about him?
Oh, he doesn't count.
Oh, but we're going to hurt each other. You said so yourself.
Oh, I look as if I wanted to hurt you.
One can never tell.
Much more likely you'll hurt me. Still, what does it matter? If I've got to suffer, it may as be by your hands. Ooh, your pretty hands. Come closer, closer. Look into my eyes. What do you see?
Oh, I'm there. But I'm so tiny, I can hardly see myself.
But I can. Every inch of you. Now ask me questions. I'll be as candid as any looking glass.
Please, Mr. Garcin. Sure our chatter isn't bothering
Oh,
you?
don't worry about him. As I said, he doesn't count. We're by ourselves. Ask away.
Are my lips all right?
Oh, a bit smudgy.
Oh my goodness, I thought as much. Luckily no one's seen me. I'll try again.
Oh, no. Follow the line of your lips. Oh, here. I'll guide your hand. You look better. Far better, crueler, more diabolical.
Oh, good heavens. And you say you shame not to be able to see for myself. You're quite sure, Miss Serrano, that it's all right now?
Oh, won't you call me Inez?
Are you sure it looks all right?
Oh, you look lovely, Estelle.
How can I rely on your taste? Is it the same as my taste? Oh, how sickening it is. It's enough to drive one crazy.
I have your taste, my dear, because I like you so much.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at me. No. Straight. Smile. I'm not so ugly either. Am I not nicer than your glass?
I'm not so sure about that. You scare me, rather. My reflection in the glass never did that. Of course, I knew it so well, like something I had tamed. I'm going to smile. And my smile will sink down into your pupils. And heaven knows what will it become.
Why shouldn't you tame me? Listen, I want you to call me Inez. We must be great friends.
I don't make good friends with women very easily.
Not the postal clerks, me. Oh, what's that nasty red spot at the bottom of your cheek? A pimple.
A pimple? Oh my goodness, where? How simply fell.
There isn't any pimple, not a trace of one. So what about it? Suppose the mirror started telling lies. Or suppose I covered my eyes, as he is doing, and refused to look at you. All that loveliness of yours would be wasted on the desert air. But don't worry, I can't help but look at you. I'll look at you, and but you must be good to me too.
Are you really attracted by me?
Very much so.
But I wish he'd notice me too.
Of course, because he's a man. You've won. But look at her, damn it. Don't pretend you've missed a word of what we said.
Quite so, not a word. I tried putting my hands over my ears, but your voice has flooded the room. Some chatter. Now, will you leave me in peace? I'm not interested in your concerns. Either of you.
Not in me, perhaps, but aren't you interested in her? Oh, I saw through your game. You got on your high horse just to impress her.
I asked her to leave me in peace. Now, if it'll make you any happier, I'll tell you that I have no use for her either.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't mean it rudely.
You cad.
I begged you not to speak.
Well, it's her fault. She started it. I didn't ask anything of her, and she came over and offered me her glass.
So you say, but all the time you were making up to him.
Well, why should
every
I?
trick to catch
Why
his attention.
should I?
You're crazy, both of you. Don't you see where that's leading us, for pity's sake? Keep your mouths shut. Now let's all sit together quietly and look at the floor. And each of us try to forget that the other is here.
To forget about the other. How utterly absurd. I feel you there in every pore. Your silence clamors in my ears. You can nail up your mouth, cut your tongue out, but you can't prevent your being there. Can you stop your thoughts? I hear them going tick-tock, and you can hear mine too. It's all very well skulking on your sofa, but you're everywhere, and every sound comes to me soiled because you've intercepted it on its way. And what about her, about Estelle? You've stolen her from me. If she and I were alone, do you suppose she'd treat me as she does? Take your hands away from your face. I won't leave you in peace.
Well, have it your own way. I suppose we're bound to come to this. They knew what we were about, and we're easy game. Now, if they put me in a room with men, men keep their mouths shut. But it's no use. So, I attract you, huh? Seems like you were making eyes at me.
Don't touch me.
Why not? We might, be natural. Do you know that I used to like a lot of women. In fact, they were attracted to me too. So let's stop all this politeness business. We're between ourselves. You know, soon we'll be naked as newborn babes.
Oh, let me be. Let me be.
Naked as the day we were born. So much the better. I want to know with whom I have to deal.
Oh, you know already. There's nothing more to learn.
Oh, you're wrong. So long as each of us doesn't make a clean breast of it, why, they damned him or her. We know nothing. Nothing that counts. So you, dear woman, you shall begin. Why? Tell us why. Now, come on with it. Why?
I tell you, I haven't a notion. They wouldn't tell me why.
That's so? Well, they wouldn't tell me either. But I've got a pretty good idea. So you're shy of speaking first, huh? Well, I'll lead off. I'm not a very estimable man.
Oh, you already know that since you were a deserter.
Let that be. That's a side issue. I'm here because I treated my wife abominably. Night after night I would come home, blind drunk, stinking of wine and women. She never uttered a word, never a sign of reproach. Only her eyes spoke, her big, tragic eyes. I must pay the price, so I shan't whine. It's snowing in the street. Won't you cry, confound you? That woman was a born martyr, you know? A victim by vocation.
Why did you hurt her like that?
Oh, that was easy. A word was enough to make her flinch like a sensitive plant. But never, never a reproach. Truth is, she admired me too much. Does that mean anything to you?
No, nobody admired me.
So much the better for you. Here's something that you can get your teeth into. I brought a half-caste woman into my house. My wife slept upstairs. She must have heard everything. She was an early riser, and as I and the girls stayed in bed late, she served us our morning coffee.
Oh, you brute!
Yes, a brute. Certainly, why else should I be here? Your turn.
Well, I was what some people called a damn bitch. Damned already, so it's no surprise being here.
Is that all you have to say?
No. There was that affair with Florence. A dead man's tale with 3 corpses to it. He to start with, then she and I, so there's no one left.
3 deaths, you say?
Yes.
1 man and 2 women?
Yes.
Well, did he kill himself?
No, he hadn't the guts for that. Still, he'd have every reason we let him a dog's life. As a matter of fact, he was run over by a tram, a silly sort of end. I was living with him. He was my cousin. You know, I don't regret a thing still. I'm not very keen on telling you my story.
That's all right. So you got sick of him?
Quite gradually. All sorts of little things got on my nerves. For instance, he made a noise when he was drinking, a sort of gurgle. Trifles like that. He was rather pathetic, really, vulnerable. Why are you smiling?
Because I somehow am not vulnerable.
Don't be too sure. I crept inside her skin. She saw the world through my eyes. When she left him, I had her on my hands. We shared a bed sitting room at the other end of town.
And then?
Then that tram did its job. I used to remind her every day, yes, my pet, we killed him between us. I'm rather cruel, really.
So am I.
No, you're not cruel. It's something else.
What?
I'll tell you later. When I say I'm cruel, I mean I can't get on without making people suffer. I'm like a live coal. When I'm alone, I flicker out. For 6 months, I flamed away in her heart till there was nothing but a cinder. One night, she got up and turned on the gas while I was asleep, and she crept back into bed. So now you know.
That's not a very pretty story.
Obviously, but what matter?
As you say, what matter? Your turn. What have you done?
As I told you, I haven't a notion. I rack my brain, but it's no use.
Right, well, then we'll give you a hand.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I want to go.
Go if you
I
can.
want to go.
Personally, I care for nothing better, but you'll find that the door is locked.
You're hateful, both of you.
Yes.
All right. Roger, not my husband, wanted me to have a baby. So there.
And you didn't want it?
I certainly didn't. But the baby came, worse luck. I went to Switzerland for 5 months. No one knew anything. It was a girl. Roger was with me when she was born. It pleased him no end having a daughter. It didn't please me.
And then?
There was a balcony overlooking the lake. I brought a big stone. He could see what I was up to, and he kept on shouting, "Estelle, for God's sake, don't!" I hated him then. He saw it all. He was leaning over the balcony, and he saw the rings spreading out in the water.
Yes. And then?
That's all. I came back to Paris, and he killed himself. It was absurd of him, really. My husband never suspected anything. Oh, how I loathe you.
Nothing doing. Tears don't flow in this place.
Well, Mr. Garcin, now you have us in the noodle, right? Do you understand things any better for that?
I wonder. Yes, a trifle better. And now I suppose we should try to help one another.
Help me to do what?
To defeat their devilish tricks.
What do you expect of me in return?
To help me. It only needs a little effort, Inez. Just a spark of human feeling.
Human feeling, that's beyond my range. I'm rotten to the core.
And how about me? All the same, suppose we try.
It's no use. I'm all dried up. I can't give. I can't receive. How could I help you? I'm a dead twig ready for the burning.
Well, I somehow feel sorry for you. I'm all dried up too. But for you, I can feel some pity.
Oh, don't. I hate being pawed about, and keep your pity to yourself. You do better to watch your own interests. But if you will leave us in peace, this child and me, I'll see I don't do you any harm.
Very well.
Please, Garcin.
And what do you want me for?
You can help me anyhow.
Well, if you want help, apply to her.
I implore you, Garcin. You gave me your promise, didn't you? Help me, quick. I don't want to be left alone. Don't turn away. You're a man, aren't you? And surely I'm not all a fright as all that. Everyone says I have lovely hair. And after all, a man killed himself on my account. You have to look at something, and there's nothing here to look at except those horrible sofas and a lot of stupid furniture. Listen, I've dropped out of their hearts like a sparrow falling from its nest. So gather me up, dear, fold me to your heart, and you'll see how nice I can be.
I tell you, it's that lady that you should speak to.
To her? But she doesn't count. She's a woman.
Oh, I don't count. Is that what you think? But my poor little fallen nestling, you've been sheltering me in my heart for ages, though you don't realize it. Don't be afraid. I'll keep looking at you forever, without a flutter of my eyelids, and you'll live in my gaze like a mote in a sunbeam.
Do you think you could fool me with that sort of talk? Everyone knows now what I did to my baby. I'm just a hollow dummy. All that's left of me is the outside. And it's not for you.
Oh, come to me, Estelle. You shall be whatever you like. And deep down in my eyes, you'll see yourself just as you want to be.
Oh, leave me be in peace. You haven't any eyes. Oh, damn it, is there anything I can do to get rid of you? I have an idea.
Oh, Garcin, you'll pay for this.
So, it's a man you need?
Not any man. You.
Well, any man would do your business. As I happen to be here, you want me, right? Mind you, I'm not really your sort at all.
Well, I'll take you as you are, and perhaps I can change you.
I doubt it. I shan't pay much attention. I've got a lot of things to think about.
Oh, really? What about?
They would interest you.
I'll sit on your sofa and wait for you to take some notice of me. I promise not to bother you at all.
That's right, fawn on him, like the silly bitch you are. Grovel and cringe, and he hasn't even good looks to recommend him.
Oh, don't listen to her. She has no eyes, no ears. She's nothing.
I'll give you what I can. It doesn't amount to much. I shan't love you, but I know you so well now.
Do you want me anyhow?
Yes.
I ask for no more.
Well, in that case...
Let her alone! Don't paw her with your dirty man's hands! Oh!
Oh, of course. What does it matter anyway?
Listen, you know I've often undressed with my maid looking on.
Just don't paw her!
Why should I? Okay, so...
You promised me you'd help me. I'm only asking you to keep your word.
Take care. I'm no gentleman. I have no compunction about hitting a woman.
Very well, have it your own way. I'm the weaker party, 1 against 2.
Well,
don't forget, I'm here, watching. I
Well.
shan't take my eyes off you, Garcin. When you're kissing her, you'll feel them boring into you. Have it your own way. Make love and get it over with. We're in hell. My turn will come.
no, then your lips. Give me your lips. Will you trust me?
What a quaint thing to ask, considering you'll be under my eyes all the time. And I don't think we have anything to worry about Inez, as far as you're concerned.
Honestly, I was thinking about another kind of trust.
Oh,
You
what
must
a
give me your trust.
What a nuisance you are. I'm giving you my mouth, my arms, my whole body. And everything could be so simple. My trust? I haven't any to give. I'm afraid you're making me terribly embarrassed. You must have something pretty ghastly on your conscience to make such a fuss about me trusting you.
They shot me.
I know, because you refused to fight, but why shouldn't you?
I didn't exactly refuse. I wasn't going to be silenced. So I took the train. They caught me at the frontier.
Where were you trying to go?
To Mexico. I meant to launch a newspaper. Well, why didn't you speak?
Well, You acted quite rightly, as you didn't want to fight. But darling, how on earth can I guess what you want me to answer?
Oh, can't you guess? Well, I can. He wants you to tell him that he bolted like a lion.
Bolted, went away. Well, let's not quibble over words.
But you had to run away. If you'd stayed, they would have sent you to jail, right?
Of course, Estelle. But am I a coward?
How can I say? Don't be so unreasonable, darling. I can't put myself in your skin. You must decide that for yourself.
I can't decide.
Anyway, you must remember, you must have had reasons for acting as you did.
I did, but what was my real motive?
Exactly, that's the question. What was your real motive? No doubt you argued it out with yourself. You weighed the pros and cons. You found good reasons for what you did. But fear and hatred and all those dirty little instincts one keeps dark, they're motives too. So carry on, Mr. Garcin. Try to be honest with yourself for once.
Do I really need you to tell me that? Day and night I pass through myself. From the window to the door, from the door to the window. I pry into my heart. I sleuth like a detective. By the end of it, I felt I had given my whole life to introspection. But always I hark back to the same thing. That I acted as I did, that I'd taken the train to the frontier. Why? Finally I thought my death will solve it. If I face death courageously, then I'll prove that I'm no coward.
And how did you face that?
Miserably! Well, that was only a physical lapse. That might happen to anybody, but I'm not really ashamed of it. It's just that everything's left in suspense forever.
Estelle, do you like cowards?
If you knew how little I care. Coward or hero, it's all one, provided he kisses well.
There they are, slumped in their chairs, sucking at their cigars, bored, half asleep. They're thinking, Garcin's a coward. That's what they've decided, those dear friends of mine. And in 6 months' time, they'll be saying, cowardly as that skunk, Garcin.
My poor darling, look at me. Please look. Okay, touch me. Touch me. Keep your hand there. No, don't move. Why trouble about those men and what they're thinking? They'll die off one by one. Forget them. There's only me and you.
They will forget me. They'll die, but others will come to carry on the legend. I left my fate in their hands.
Oh, you think too much, that's your trouble.
Well, what else is there to do? You know, I was a man of action once. Now listen, I want you to do me a service. No, don't shrink away. I know it must seem strange to you. It's really strange, and you may faint asking you for help. But I need just one person. One person to tell me that I'm not the sort that runs away. That I'm brave and decent and the rest of it. That one person's faith, that has to be you. Will you have that faith in me? That I shall love and cherish you forever, Estelle.
Oh, you dear silly man. Do you think I could love a coward?
What? But you just said it.
I was only teasing you. I like men, my dear, who are real men with tough skin and strong hands. Who haven't a coward's chin, or a coward's mouth, or a coward's eyes or hair. And it is for your mouth, your eyes, your hair that I love you.
Do you really mean it? Do you really?
Shall I swear it?
Then I shall snap my fingers at all those above and all those in the room, and we shall climb out of hell. What's that?
Oh, she She doesn't mean a word of what she says. How can you be such a simpleton? Estelle, am I a coward?
How dare you?
She doesn't.
Don't listen to her. If you want me to have faith in you, you can by trusting me.
That's right, trust away. She wants a man, that's as far as you can trust her. She wants a man's arm around her, a man's smell. A man's glowing with a desire, and that's all she wants. She'd assure you she was God Almighty. You were God Almighty if she thought it would give you pleasure.
Estelle, is it true? Is it really true?
What do you expect me to say? Don't you realize how maddening it is to have to answer questions one can't make heads or tail of? You do make things difficult. Anyhow, I would love you just the same. Even if you are a coward. Isn't that enough?
You disgust me, both of you.
What are you up to now?
I'm going.
You won't get far. The door is locked.
I'll make them open it up.
Please, please.
Don't worry, my pet.
Listen,
Door doesn't work.
I can't endure it any longer. I'm through with you. Go away. You're even worse than she is. I won't let myself get bogged down anymore. You know what you are? You're an octopus.
Oh, I beg you not to leave me. I promise not to speak again. I won't trouble you in any way, but don't go. I daren't be left alone with Inez now that she has her claws out.
You know, I want you to look after yourself. I never asked you to come here.
You won't gain anything. If that door opens, I'm going to.
Oh, my little sparrow fallen from the nest. I hope you're satisfied. You spat in my face, playing up to him. But we had a little tiff on his account. He's going, and good riddance it will be. We two women will have a place to ourselves. Where are you going?
I don't care where. Just as far away from you as I possibly can.
Open the door, will you? I'll endure anything. Your pincers, your torture chambers, your devils. I don't care. I just can't put up with this pain. This creepy pain that gnaws me. Oh, that fuddles and caresses and leaves me almost in terror. Oh, now, damn you, door, open. Will you open?
Well, Garcin, you're free to go.
No, I wonder why the door opened.
What are you waiting for? Hurry up and go.
I'm not going.
And you, Estelle? So what? Which shall it be? Which of the three of us will leave? The barrier's down. Why are we waiting? What a situation. We're inseparables.
Inseparables? Garcin, come and lend me a hand. Quickly, push her out! Yeah, and slam the door on her. That'll teach her a lesson.
Let go of her!
But she hates you. You're crazy. She hates you.
It's because of her that I'm staying.
Right, shut the door. It's 10 times hotter out here since it opened. Because of me, you said?
Yes, you. You know at least what it means to be a coward.
Yes, I know.
And you know what wickedness is, and shame, and fear. There were days when you peered into yourself, into the secret places of your heart, and what you saw made you faint with horror. And then one day, you didn't know what to make of it, and you couldn't interpret the horror you had glimpsed the day before. Yes, you know what evil costs. And when you say that I'm a coward, you know from experience what that means. Is that so?
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
so it's you whom I have to convince. You are my kind. Did you suppose that I meant to go? I couldn't leave you here, gloating over my defeat with all those thoughts running in your head.
You really wish to convince me?
That's the one and only thing I wish to know. Only you two remain to give a thought to me. She doesn't count. It's you who matter. You who hate me. If you'll have faith in me, I'm safe.
It won't be easy. Have a look at me. I'm a hard-hearted woman.
I'll give you all the time you need.
Yes, we've lots of time in hand.
Listen, each man has an aim in life, a leading motive. Isn't that so? Well, I don't give a damn for wealth or love. I aimed at being a real man, tough as they say. Can one possibly be a coward when one deliberately courted danger at every turn? And can one judge life by a single action? I died too soon. I wasn't allowed time to do all my deeds.
One always dies too soon or too late. And yet one's whole life is complete at that moment with a line drawn neatly under it ready for the summing up. You are your life and nothing else.
What a poisonous woman you are, with an answer for everything.
Garcin,
What?
revenge yourself.
How?
Kiss me, darling. And then you'll hear her squeal.
Oh, you coward, you weakling running to women to console you.
Squeal away, Inez. Squeal away.
What a
Hug me tight.
Oh, what a lovely pair you make. If you could see his big paw splayed out on your back, rucking up your skin, increasing the silk. Be careful, though. He's perspiring. His hand might leave a blue stain on your dress.
Hug me tight, darling. Tighter still. That'll finish her. And it's a good thing, too.
Yes, Garcin, she's right. Carry on with it. Press her to you so you feel your bodies melting into each other, a lump of warm, throbbing flesh. Love's a grand solace, isn't it, my friend? Deep and dark as sleep. But I'll never let you sleep.
Don't listen to her, darling. Press your lips to my mouth. I'm yours. I'm yours. I'm yours. Oh.
Well, what are you waiting for? Do as you're told. What a lovely scene. Coward Garcin holding baby killer Estelle in his manly arms. Make your stakes, everyone. Will coward Garcin kiss the lady or won't he dare? What's the betting? I'm watching you. Everybody's watching. I'm a crowd all by myself. Do you hear the crowd? Do you hear them muttering, Garcin? Coward. Coward. That's what they're saying. It's no use trying to escape. I'll never let you go. What do you hope to get from her silly lips? Forgetfulness? I shan't forget you, not I. It's I you must convince. So come to me, I'm waiting. Oh, come along. Look how obedient he is, like a well-trained dog who comes when his mistress calls. You can't hold him, and you never will.
Will night never come?
Never.
You will always see me?
Always.
What? Only two of you? I thought there were more. Many more. So, this is hell. I never could have believed it. You remember we were always told about the torture chambers, the red-hot pincers, and the brimstone? Old wives' tales. There's no need for red-hot pokers. Hell is other people.
Darling, please.
Oh, let me be. She is between us. I cannot love you when she's watching.
Right. In that case, I'll stop from watching.
You crazy creature, what do you think you're doing? You know quite well I'm already dead.
Dead?
Dead. Knives, poison, ropes, useless. It's happened already, do you understand? Once and for all. We're here together forever.
Forever? We're really dead forever and ever.
Forever and ever and ever. Well, let's get on with it.